In this lecture, let's go ahead and let's work on formatting the movie name. So currently if you see here, the movie names are directly being displayed from the movie object. In the movie object, if I scroll up, you'll see that the name for the first movie is Interstellar. And here, all the characters of the movie name is in lowercase. But for some other movies, for example, if I take the example of this movie, here in the name, the first character is in uppercase and rest other characters is in lowercase. So what we want is in the UI, we want to display all the movies with first character in uppercase and rest all other characters in lowercase. If a movie have more than one word, then for each word, the first character should be in uppercase and rest other characters should be in lowercase. Let's see how we can achieve this. So for that, let's scroll down and here we want to format the movie name. So here what I'm going to do is again I'm going to create a function. I'm going to call it as format movie names, a format movie name. Here we are going to receive a string value, a movie name. I'm simply going to call it as name. Now in the name we might have multiple words. For example, if you see this movie, in this movie we have two words. Then in some other movie we might have three words or four words like that. So our requirement is we want to convert the first character of each word in the movie name to uppercase and rest other characters to lowercase. So the first thing which we are going to do is we are going to get all the words in the movie name. And to get all the words in the movie name, on this name, which is going to be a string value, we can use split method. And here we want to split the names using a space. All right. And let's go ahead and let's store it in a variable and let's simply call it as movie name words. You can give a more meaningful name to this. And before we proceed further, let me show you how this movie name words will look like. Okay. And what we are going to do is we are going to call this format movie name from this HTML where we are displaying the movie details. So here I am displaying the movie name, but before displaying this movie name, what I'll do is I'll call this function format movie name, and to that function I'm going to pass movie.name. Okay, and let me open developer console here. So you will see that we have total 5 movies, and for each movie the first movie have a single word, so we have an array with one element. The second movie, this movie, it has two words. So if I expand that, you will see that here you can see that we have an array. In that array we have two words, bad and boys. We have two elements. Then for the last movie, there we have four words. We have four elements. So what this split method has done is it has created an array with each word in the movie name. Okay. Now what we are going to do is we are storing that array in this movie name words variable. So now what we are going to do is we are going to loop over this array using the map method. And to this map method, we are going to pass a callback function. This callback function, as we have learned, it is going to receive the current element. So I'll call it as word. It is going to receive the index of that element. I'll call it as I, and it is going to receive the original array on which the map method is looping over. And we have learned that we can use this map method to transform the elements of an array. Now here we are not going to use this second and third parameter, so I'll remove it. What we want using this map method is we want to convert the first letter of the word which we are going to receive with this word variable. So here I'll say word dot, and to get the first letter I'm going to use this at method, and there I'm going to pass 0, and this will give us the first character from the string which we are going to receive for this word. And that first character we want to convert it to uppercase. So for that I'm going to use this uppercase method. Okay, let's store it in a variable. I'm going to call it as fchar, first char. Then we also want to create another variable. Let's call it rest char. You can call these variables anything. And here from the word, we want to get rest all the characters. And for that, I'm going to use the substring method You can also use slice method here, and there I'm going to pass 1. So the substring method here, it is going to start extracting characters from the first index, that means from second character, and it will extract everything. So for example, okay, it has gone. So for example, here we have this name Bahubali. So what the substring will do is, since we have specified the start index as 1, it will start extracting characters from this index, from index 1, and since we have not specified the end index, it will extract everything. And what we want to do is, we want to convert rest of these strings to lowercase. For that, I'm going to use lowercase method. All right. And now in order to get the movie name, we are simply going to join fchar with restchar. All right. And we are also going to return it from the callback function. Now, this logic here, it will be executed for each word which we have inside this movie name words variable. So this map method, it is going to return us a new array. And in that array, we will have all the words from the movie name. So here I'm going to call it as formatted words array. You can name it anything. In this array, we are going to have all the words from the movie name, and each word of that movie name, the first character will be in uppercase and rest of the characters will be in lowercase. Okay. So finally, once the map method has looped over all the elements of this movie name words array, it will return us a new array with the formatted words. All we are going to do is, we are going to call the join method because now we want to join all the elements of that array. So we are going to call the join method. And how do we want to join it? We want to join it using a space. So if we take an example of the second movie where the name is Bad Boys, when we are using this split method, it will return us an array where we have two elements, Bad Boys. Okay. Now this map method here, it is going to loop over this array, and for each iteration, what it is going to do, for each word, first it will convert the first character to uppercase at this line, and it will convert rest of the characters to lowercase at this line, and then it is going to combine them, and it is going to return us a new element. So map method is also going to return us an array. So in that array, the first element will be bad, where the B is in uppercase and rest of the characters is in lowercase. Then this map method will loop over the second element where the word is boys. Okay, for this also, it will convert the first character to uppercase and rest of the character to lowercase. So the second element will be boys. So this is the array which this map method will return for this movie. And finally, what we are doing is, on this array, we are calling the join method. So it is going to join both these elements into a single string using a space. So now this join method will return us a string where the string value will be bad boys, like this. So here you can see the first character of each word has been converted to uppercase and rest other characters are in lowercase. And we want to return that string from here. So let me simply use the return keyword. And we are calling this format movie name method for each movie object because we are calling it inside this for each method. So this method will be called for each movie object on which this for each method is looping over. So now if I save the changes, you will see that the first character of each movie name is converted to uppercase and rest other characters are in lowercase. Here for this movie, we have two words. So the first character of each word in the movie name is converted to uppercase and rest other characters are in lowercase. If I scroll down, in this movie, we have four words. So the first character of each word has been converted to uppercase and rest other characters are in lowercase. So this format movie function, it is working as expected. It is formatting the movie name based on our requirement. So in this lecture, we saw the use of split method. We saw the use of uppercase and lowercase method. We also saw the use of map method, which is an array method, and we also saw a practical use of join method. This is all I wanted to cover in this lecture. If you have any questions from this lecture, then feel free to ask it. Thank you for listening and have a great day.